Hey, what is up, guys? I am Todd Blackman, your essential drummer, and we are pretty much talking about the 425 Shure in-ear monitors. So, in this video, we're pretty much talking about the comparison of the 425s and the 215s because I think it's really important to understand how much the 425s is a major improvement from the 215s. So, I've used the 215s for quite some time. And I was like, you know what? I think I need to upgrade because one, I've used 3 pairs of the 215s and I've broken them because one time I stepped on it, and the other two are wire issues where the wire durability is not the greatest. So I was like, you know what? I might as well get the 425s and make a video about it and give my input about these in-ear monitors. So in-ear monitors are so important because whenever you're in a live situation, you're playing with maybe a front monitor speaker. And if you're a singer, this could be bad news because it could create feedback issues. But it's really important to hear yourself. But if you have a lot of people that have microphones, more than one singer, like some backup singers, or trading off, because sometimes you'll have a male singer and a female singer, and that's a typical standard setup for cover bands. And so, the more microphones, the more issues you have, because you have to figure out, okay, what's causing the problem. You know, that is it EQ, compression, is a mic too hot? So sometimes you have to figure out what's going on, and the best way to eliminate these issues is everybody having in-ear monitors. So if we all have in-ear monitors, it will get rid of feedback problems, and then we'll just realize, okay, the mic is too hot, and so we have to figure out to fix that issue. So in-ear monitors are so important. Now, for me as a drummer, the 425s are a perfect choice for me. Here's the reason why. The 215s are really good to starting off if you're a solo guy. If you're a singer-songwriter and you're performing live by yourself with your guitar or keyboard and you're singing, the 215s are perfect because one, you only need to hear yourself. You don't need to hear anybody else like a drummer or a bass player. You don't need to hear that. You just need to hear yourself, and it's the best value, but it's not going to last you that long because of the durability. So the 425s are really good for like when you're on tour. It's really perfect for that because it lasts you a long time. Now, I've had these 425s for about 2 months, and we'll see how long they have lasted. But I could tell you the feel of the 425s is impeccable, and all that. The durability on this is much better than the 215s. Not only that, the quality of the audio of 425s is different, just a slight difference, and all that. But after listening to mixes with this, which I would not recommend to record or mix and master with these headphones, but they're really good for listening on the road or making music, but not mixing. And the 425s are really excellent, and you hear a little bit more depth perception within the mix, which is so important because whenever we're playing live, we want to be able to hear ourselves, but also the other musicians. Because if we can't hear cues, and if we don't hear the cues, we're going to come up in the wrong place, and it's a dangerous guessing game. So the 425s have a really excellent frequency response, so where we can hear the bass. Now, when we're playing live, of course, we have sound isolation, but we can still hear other people talking or other band members playing. And so if I'm behind the kit on the drums and the frequency response is not in my favor when playing live with other people, I cannot hear that well. But if we increase that frequency response, then I get to hear a little bit more of the cuts whenever I'm playing live. And all, because sometimes I can't hear the other band members. So let me actually show you the in-ear monitors and show you the difference between this setup versus the 215s. And all. So the packaging comes in this really nice box. And so the 215s is kind of like half this size. Now, I will say the big difference between this and the other box is the options you have to put in your ears. and a 1/4-inch adapter, which is very important because if you get 215s, you have to buy the 1/4-inch separately. But if you get this box, it's included. Now, let me show you what the cases look like. So this is the case it comes with for the 425s, and this is totally different than the 215s. 215s come in this case. Now, I will say this is that everything I'm showing you has pros and cons, and the only cons I have with this is that this one comes with like a net and all that. I'm sorry for making that sexual. You know, I'm sorry for making that sexual, but it has a net, so that way I can hold like maybe my in-ears or like some of my favorites, little foam pads that I like to change. And it comes with this little whatever this thing is called. You know, I know some mountain climbers use this type of thing, but it comes with this little clamp, this clip. On the other one, it doesn't come with that. You know, so but whenever I first opened this, it actually came with the in-ear monitors, the foam pads, or it could be silicone or rubber, and a 1/4-inch adapter, all in one case. And so really, like, I don't see a purpose for that. It's like a little net in the other thing, but it's kind of nice to have. Now, this is a little bit more of a harder fabric versus the other one. This one, I can tell you this, is that this might tear, and it might risk, like, getting rained on or something. I don't know. But I love this case. It's a little bit more secure and protective, and I could put this in my sick bag. I could put this in my X32 rack mount case system, and I have them for my gigs, and it's very easy to conceal and carry with you. So it's very versatile, the in-ear monitors. And if you really want to get the 215s, go for it. It's the best value. It's $100. It's really great to start off with, and if you have pro coverage, you could just trade them in and get the 425s and just get rid of the expense difference that way. And so it's an upgrade. And I really love the 425s, and it really has transformed my playing because I can hear everybody clearly. Now, some people say that, oh, Todd, there's a difference between being wired in versus wireless, and really there's not much of a difference because whenever I'm playing live, I'm wired in, and I love to be wired in because why would I have to pay for a wireless system and risk losing that wireless system that's like $1,000 when I could just directly route myself into the system and have nothing against being wired in and all. So versus me playing at a church gig that's wireless, and to me the system sounds the same. You know, now it could just depend on what wireless system that somebody's using. Some of them are clean, some of them are not, and so on and so forth. And it's really good to have those wireless systems, but also being wired, you get to hear the analog units in a sense, or the digital units that kind of has a little bit of an analog sounds in there because of the preamps. So there's a lot of things with these in-ear monitors to kind of consider whenever you're trying to make your future purchase with them and trying to figure out what is best for you. And I will narrow down it to two things: durability and quality. The quality is very important because whenever you're playing, you want to hear everybody, including the bass player and the drummer. And durability, you do not want your in-ear monitors to fail on you whenever you're on your gig. So if you get the 215s, be warned that those things might give out on you at any moment. But the 425s, those will probably last you quite a long time. And if something happens, then you can always upgrade to another one, and the rest is history. So let me know what y'all think about this. Are y'all a user with any of these in-ear monitors? Do you have anything that's a little higher up? Let me know in the comment section, and tell me what y'all think about this and all. So I am Todd Blackman, your Essential Drummer, and I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao!